Si mimi nilikuwa naibu wa William Ruto? Huyo jamaa kwa kuruka wewe ni one touch.
Riggy was born on February 28, 1965 in a small village called Riggy, nestled in Mathira, Nyeri County. His roots are steeped in Kenya's struggle for independence. His father, Riggy Gachagua, was not an ordinary man. He was a Mau Amra who built and repaired homemade guns for freedom fighters. His mother, Martha Kirigo, served as a courier, delivering food and bullets to Mau fighters, often risking her life. Riggy was the seventh of 8 siblings. He grew up in a household built on sacrifice, discipline, and God. One of his older brothers, the late Nderitu Gachagua, became the first governor of Nyeri before passing away in 2017. Each sibling took their own path. Some became educators, others farmers, and one joined the Air Force. But it was Riggy who ventured into politics, armed with the lessons of resilience and survival his parents embodied. He started his education at Kabiruini Primary School, walking 6 kilometers to and from school daily. That struggle was just the beginning. Later, at Kenyaga High School, he stood out, not just in class but on the stage and debate floor. He had a mind for argument and a tongue sharp enough to win a point. Even as a teenager, he ran a small poultry business to pay for his exam fees. It wasn't easy, but he believed that effort always pays. In 1984, he joined the University of Nairobi studying political science and literature. That is where he began to shape his voice, not for shouting but for leading. He led Friday prayer meetings and served as chair of the Nyeri District Students Association. It was also during this time that he met someone who would change his life forever. After university, Riggy joined the provincial administration as district officer cadet. His first posting was in Molo during the peak of tribal clashes. He helped in managing the region's first camp for internally displaced persons. Later, he was posted to Ndiwa, where he earned the nickname Mr. 5 Minute for clearing queues of citizens seeking help with unbelievable efficiency. From 1997 to 2002, he became the personal assistant to Energy Minister Uhuru Kenyatta. The role opened his eyes to real power, the kind that controls headlines, policies, and legacies. But when the Kibaki-led NARC was swept Kanu out in 2002, Riggy was sent out of the capital, back to serve as a district commissioner in Laikipia. He felt the sting of political reshuffling, but he didn't lose heart. He took that time to develop grassroots security programs like Nyumba Kumi, long before it became national policy. In 2006, he resigned from civil service and went into business. He founded Wamnyoro Investment Limited. It was a strategic shift, out of politics but still close to power. His company secured tenders in roads and ICT equipment supply. But in 2020, it all came crashing down. The Asset Recovery Agency flagged 12 billion Kenyan shillings in questionable transactions. In 2022, he was ordered to surrender 202 million Kenyan shillings deemed unexplained wealth. Riggy denied wrongdoing, claiming it political revenge by the deep state. To some, he was corrupt. To others, he was being punished for standing with the hustlers. 2017, Riggy returns to public life, this time through the ballot. He wins the Mathira MP seat under the Jubilee Party. As a lawmaker, he pushed hard for coffee farmers. He understood the struggle from home. He helped in creating the Cherry Advance Fund and pushed for subsidized fertilizer. He also sponsored legislation that legalized small sawmills, allowing Mount Kenya's youth to benefit from forest produce legally. He was back and louder than ever. Let's go back to 1986 at a crusade held by University of Nairobi Christian Union. Riggy meets a soft-spoken lady named Dorcas Wanjiku. She studied commerce, he studied politics, but they shared faith. They married in 1989. The dowry was 13 goats and 2 heifers. Dorcas would go on to work at Cooperative Bank, but later became a pastor, dedicating her life to saving young men lost in drugs and depression. Together they have 2 sons, Kevin, a data scientist at Safaricom, and Keith, a pilot. Their family values are strict: morning devotions, Saturday farming visits, and Sunday service. Theirs is a house built on faith, hard work, and public service. In 2022, William Ruto picks Riggy Gachagua as his running mate. Many thought it would be Kithure Kindiki, but Ruto went with loyalty. Riggy becomes the firebrand of the campaign. with slogans like Sipangwingwi and Mzee wa Maendeleo.
Hotuba ilikuwa sawa ama ilikuwa sawa? Wangapi wanasema ilikuwa sawa? Mlisikiza ile mzahiri ya kuzimia? Mudi ya kulala. Serikali ambaye inakuja kuundwa na William Ruto ni serikali ya kuchunga Wakenya, wale wako hapa chini, vijana wasaidiwe, hata hao wapate kitu yao.
He captures headlines. When a TikToker named Ivy Chelimo calls him Riggy, it goes viral instantly. UDA wins the election. On September 13, 2022, Riggy is sworn in as Kenya's deputy president.
I, Riggy Gachagua,
do swear that I will always truly and diligently.
He is tasked with handling coffee reforms, policing, and the bottom-up economic agenda. But with power came pressure. By 2023, reports surfaced about fuel budgets in his office ballooning to 1.2 billion Kenyan shillings. Riggy denies all wrongdoing, blaming unnamed cartels. He clashes with cabinet secretaries. He openly attacks Moses Kuria in a leaked phone call in early 2024. He warns Ruto allies not to underestimate Mount Kenya voters. In mid-2024, Parliament tables 4 charges against him: gross violation of the Constitution, corruption, abuse of office, and incitement to the public. The Senate holds a heated trial. On September 28, 2024, they vote 46-21 to impeach him. Riggy became Kenya's first impeached deputy president.
Riggy Gachagua and his family feel very exposed because these people have tried to kill us before. They have now tried to get us out of office. So I asked President William Ruto, my brother, I helped you to be president. Leave me alone. Leave my children alone.
Security details are cut, friends go quiet. Riggy claims he survived 2 poisoning attempts. Whether true or not, the message is clear: he is now an outsider. He launches the Democracy for Citizens Party and begins the Wirona Haki tour across the country. Pastor Dorcas opens more centers to support troubled boys. Their sons get involved too. Kevin builds an app for political outreach, and Keith poses flying to help with campaign logistics. The Gachagua family isn't giving up. In January 2025, he joins hands with Kalonzo Musyoka, Fred Matiang'i, and Martha Karua. They call it Okoa Kenya, a possible coalition, a second act, a fresh shot.
Hi cousins, hi cousins, hi cousins.
Will he run for president? Maybe yes. Will he settle for deputy again? That depends on Mount Kenya. Is Riggy Gachagua a victim of political betrayal or a man undone by his own ambition? He walks the streets of Karen these days, quieter, humbler, but not less determined. One thing for sure, Kenya hasn't heard the last of Riggy.